Okay, so today for the demo, I'm going to do an end-to-end demo of content views using the CLI. As part of the demo, I'm going to first create a content view with a Yum repository. I'm going to add that Yum repository and filter out some packages. Then I'm going to publish the content view. And then I'm going to promote the content view into a environment called dev. And then I'm going to lastly register a system. And I'm also going to show how to add puppet content to a content view because it's a little bit different. All right. So first of all, here is my repo. You can see all of its packages. The packages I'm going to filter out are the walrus ones. So first of all, I'm going to create a content view. Actually, first I'm going to create a environment called dev, and then I'm going to create my content view. And the content view is going to be called test. And I'll just show you the content views that I have. You can see there I have a content view called test. And now I'm going to add my repository to the content view. And there you can see it has a repository of ID 1. Next I'm going to create a filter, and this is by default going to be an exclusion filter instead of inclusion, and it's going to be a filter on type RPM. And I'm going to add my repository now to the filter. And then I'm going to create a filter rule saying to exclude packages with the name walrus. Okay, and now I'm going to publish it. So this will create the first version. And now just look at the content view. You can see that the content view is in library, and it has one version with version number 1. And now just to show you what the file system looks like, this is where Pulp publishes. You can see that there's a library environment with the test content view. There's also now a content views directory, which is storing archives of content views. So you can see version 1. When I publish again, you'll see another version in the content views directory for test. All right, also here's the packages, by the way, for the content view. You can see there's no walrus packages because I filtered that out. And here I'll publish again. Now if I look at the content view, you can see I have 2 versions, version 1 and version 2. It's still in library, and it still has the one repository. And next, I'm going to just show you the file system again. You can see the versions, version 1 and version 2 of test. And you can see tests in the library. And there's only one version per environment. So the last version, version 2, is the one that's in library now. It overwrote version 1. And there's also now a version command where you can list the versions for a content view. That's what you see here. Now there's also an info command. So this is version 1. You'll notice that it's no longer in library as it was overwritten by version 2. And so this is actually the version that I want to promote to dev. Here's the other version, version 2, and you can see that it is in library. But let me go ahead and promote version 1 to dev, and then ID for dev is 2, so it's just promote ID 2 into environment 2. And now if we look at the version, we can see that it's in dev and only dev, and it has a repository of Zoolander. And here's a look at the file system again. This is what's in Pulp. You can see there's a library environment, a dev environment which has tests, and then you see the versions 1 and 2. So now if I have a system, what I could do is register to either library test or dev test and get version 1 or 2 onto a system. So let me connect to the client. And I'll download the RPM. I'll install the RPM. And then lastly, I'll register with Subscription Manager. And notice the environment, it's the environment name / the content view. So I'm using dev test. I had some SSL problems, so I couldn't show you the content. I was having some cert errors. Otherwise, I'd be able to pull down the packages in the content view and show that to you. The other thing I just wanted to demo really quick is the how Puppet modules are handled in content views. It's a little bit different. Let me show you how to do that. So I'll create a content view for Puppet modules. And here, there's 2 ways to add a Puppet module to a content view. One is to specify an actual Puppet module, and doing that, you just apply the ID. And the other way is to say, to tell the system to use the latest version of the Puppet module. And to do that, you would just specify the name and author. So here's one that I'm specifying the ID. And then here's the other one where I just specify the name and author. And again, it uses the latest version. I can list just to show you what that looks like. So the one I specified the ID for is the OpenShift Puppet module, and the other one is just the Puppet Labs Apache module. And so if I publish this, it'll have one version, which you see there, version 1. And then if I do the info on that version, you'll see there it has, it's in library, and it has 2 modules. First one's OpenShift, and the second one is an Apache module, and it's using my latest version, which is 1.0.1. So that's how Puppet content is handled, and that's pretty much everything.